It can get really expensive avoiding your pain. I was over at a friend's house last night, and there's a group watching something called 90 Day Fiance. So this 90 Day Fiance program is definitely a mind control program to make people basically vomit at the thought of marriage. It basically is doing everything it can to destroy the institution of marriage, because that is the cabal's agenda. They don't want any more heterosexual union. They don't want reproduction. And they don't want any love. They don't want any connection. They want to take away the love and connection we get from other people. And then they want us to love and connect to their systems. That's not even the point of this particular talk today. On this show called 90 Day Fiance, there's this very good-looking Dutch man who's about 6'4", supermodel, and I think he's about 24 years old. And I don't know if they picked this just for the disaster content, but they're trying to couple him with this 42-year-old woman from the United States. And that's the person I want to talk about, this 42-year-old woman who is doing everything she can to avoid her pain. And there's problems with that. There's some major problems with avoiding pain that the average person and the public, they're not told about. Because if you knew the pain that's coming your way when you try to avoid pain, you would never avoid the slow drip of pain that comes your way on a daily basis. So this lady, this 42-year-old lady, on this trash fire show called 90 Day Fiance, she's got the pumped lips, the fake nails, the fake boobs, the fake skin, the fake hair. She's got everything's fake. And so she's trying to avoid the pain of getting old. Now here's the thing, is that there is some pain with getting old, but that pain is there to mature you. In all psychology, the only thing that triggers maturation, or what's called individuation, which is the breaking away from the parent figure to become an independent, self-driven, self-motivated, self-directed human being, the only thing in psychology that's proven to initiate that process is pain. So you need pain to mature. If you don't mature. And if you haven't noticed North American society, it's inside this 42-year-old lady, and she's not the only one. I'm not throwing her under the bus. But when you see her interacting with this 24-year-old Dutchman, she's got the maturity of a 14-year-old. And that's because she thinks that pain is a goblin. She thinks that pain is something that needs to be avoided like the plague. So as she gets old, she injects her eyes with the Botox and injects her lips, gets the fake boobs. And this is the thing about the fake boobs with these short women. It makes them look fat. Has anybody ever tried to tell the women this? Absolutely not, right? Because this is another thing proving the insanity, that if you get fake breasts, it's bad enough that the plastic is there to intoxify your body, but the actual physical look of the female, if they're short, the person just looks short and fat. And this isn't a look, no one's really looking for fake anything, but short and fat is certainly a look that is not going to ring the bell of the average monkey in the jungle. So back to this lady, she's thinking pain is a goblin. She's trying to avoid it like the plague. And because she avoids the pain, she never matures. So you can see her, she's this typical, stereotypical end result lady of the North American mind control that teaches everybody in North America That pain is a goblin. You got to run from the goblin. You got to kill the goblin. And you end up with a society that are addicted to painkillers. I mean, that's what coffee is. It's a painkiller. That's what alcohol is. That's a painkiller. Nicotine's a painkiller. The narcotics are painkillers. So that's why everybody's addicted, because they don't want to deal with these simple pains, like getting old. Like, you're going to get old. You can't avoid it. Everybody gets old. I'm getting old, right? I got wrinkles around my eyes. Don't look as good as I used to. It doesn't mean I'm going to go and inject myself and hold back anything. The maturation process, the rite of passage from child to adult, will involve me figuring out how to deal with that sort of uncomfortable feeling, and with that sort of skill under my belt, I become a more fully functional human being that can deal with other problems. And that's what adults are. Adults are people, bigger human beings that can deal with problems effectively and efficiently. So don't run from your pain. If you're running from your pain, you probably have no idea that by running from your pain, number one, you're going to be immature. You're going to be really, really immature. You're going to be in this stunted state of growth, mental growth, and you'll have this what's called arrested development. Your behavior will no way reflect your chronological age on your driver's license. To avoid pain, I mean, it gets expensive. This lady with her fake breasts and her fake lips and her fake hair, and everything's fake. That's expensive. And that lady, of course, she can't afford any of that, right? And it gets expensive for the rich and it gets expensive for the poor. Now, most people avoid the pain with nicotine, caffeine, alcohol, vaping, porn, things like this. Well, those things make you sick in other ways. So you'll be sick because you're not maturing properly. You'll be sick because you're using these painkillers, which are toxins, which make you even more sick. And if you don't deal with your pain, you get these mental disorders. So you get mentally sick as well. Not many people understand this cycle of avoiding pain. If you want any more information like this, you can email me at jason@freedomfromselfsabotage.com. And I'm in beautiful Riga, Latvia for my second last day. Thank you for all the support you've given me over the years. I couldn't live this life without you. This is Jason Christoph signing off. Thank you for listening.